Y'all.
You hear them, right?
You gotta play some blur lines.
Ain't no have Steppin Marcus. Yeah, you hear them, right? Talking about they gonna do the cha-cha slide on the air.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I ain't gonna say no names. Toyana was doing the cha-cha slide during the break
I'm sorry, can you repeat
by
that?
herself. What?
Can you repeat that? You didn't call names or what?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no names, Toyana.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure I didn't hear you right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names, Toyana.
In my 4-inch heels.
Yeah, out there doing the
There you
cha-cha
go.
slide by
I
herself.
knew and I was crisscrossing.
Yeah, man. Ain't no have Steppin Marcus yet. All right, listen, y'all. We gonna take the turn here and get to SY's favorite segment. This segment we like to call Random. Random is where we just ask a whole bunch of silly, in some cases, questions. Just, fun stuff. We always, in the segment prior, we usually end up getting into like serious stuff. And so we like to kind of end the show in a more lighthearted, humorous kind of way. So in Random, we usually ask 5 to 7 questions. We poll the panel. Those folks in social media, if you're listening and you want to participate, feel free to interject your opinion about whatever it is we're talking about. The 6 questions tonight, and hopefully we get some good stuff. All right, Toyana, you up first. Random. I think I set it up sufficiently. If I didn't, follow me, man. Can you follow me?
Okay.
All right, cool. What's the craziest pickup line you ever heard? Like somebody tried to holler at you and they came at you and it was crazy. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't. But what was the wildest thing somebody rolled up on you and said?
Thank God you're not my sister.
Wow.
And that was in Petersburg at the Wawa off a Crater.
Somebody said that to you at the Wawa. Thank God you ain't my sister.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, thank God I'm not related to you, period.
Oh, my goodness. Thank God you know my sister. That's why. What you got?
I have no idea.
Really?
I cannot remember. Y'all know the mind is the first thing to go.
It's a terrible thing to waste, too. I mean, it's the Riff commercials from Reading is Fundamental. Don't act like y'all don't remember them commercials, man. Okay. Reading is fundamental because mine is a terrible thing to waste.
Absolutely.
Come on, social media. Help me out here. Everybody else remembers this but them.
Yeah, reading is fundamental.
Yes.
I got it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Nobody ain't trying to holler at you.
I don't know. I mean, I just can't remember the pickup lines.
I was watching Arsenio Hall, and he had Billy D. Williams on there. And actually, this wasn't inspired by that. I had already planned on asking this question. I reason why I asked this question is because someone that's in our Love Revolution Facebook page posted it and said that someone walked up to her and said, "Why aren't you married?" Never seen her before, didn't know if she had a ring on her finger, nothing. That was their pickup line. Why aren't you married? Which I think is crazy as hell. But Arsenio asked Billy D. Williams, he had Billy D. Williams on there to read off the paper these crazy ass pickup lines. And so I wanted to share them with you. I hopefully I don't butcher them too bad. But the first one, I told SY earlier, the first one he said was something about hopefully those pants, something about those pants are hopefully they ain't too expensive because around me they'd be 100% off. Something like that.
Wait, why you had to do your eyes like that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you can't say that unless you say it right. Like I know I said it wrong, but you know what I'm saying. But you know, once you get to the cool part of the quote, because around me they would be 100% off. Like really?
That means free.
That's wow.
Yeah, that's corny. And then the other one that he had Billy D. Williams read was, he said, he said something along the lines of, "Baby, I'm a weatherman because when you with me, you're gonna get several inches." And I was just like,
I just feel molested right now.
Yeah. But you know, but the crazy part about it was the sister who blogged in the Love Revolution page was the reason why I wanted to ask that question. But then I just happened to be watching Arsenio today, and I saw those two quotes, and yeah, they kind of like they made me laugh because they were so bad. And I know when I paraphrased them, I paraphrased them terribly, but I figured I'd share them anyway. Joy says she used to get that all the time, so I can
Joy,
relate.
what's your crazy pickup line?
I can relate, you know what I'm saying, because you know I used to get picked up I still get picked up a lot. You should hear the lines, saying that the sisters be trying to drop on me,
then
Toyana.
You should stop wearing those glasses.
Yeah.
If you just
Toyana,
wear the clear ones,
they be trying to pick me
I
up.
need to go gut punch him for you, bro.
I might need you to do that, you know what I'm
Just rough
saying?
him up.
It's just difficult for me, I be trying to bat him off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
you got your floss waters.
I be trying, yo. I be trying. I'm so full of it. Don't nobody care about me. I'm the funny looking short guy with glasses with,
No, you're not.
the Peter Brady squeaky voice. So that's what I am. Ask that Marcus J. I thought I was the only one, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, man, Peter Brady. Hey, look, inside joke for those folks old enough to remember watching the Brady Bunch in syndication every day, every single day. Joy says she used to track the gold teeth baby daddies. She used that's who she used to track. All right, that's why. What is your late night snack? You know what I'm saying? It's late at night, you wide awake, and you want to go to sleep, but you don't, and you got to get a snack. What is that? What are you snacking on?
Chocolate chip ice cream.
Chocolate chip ice cream. Toyana, late night snack. What you got?
Some wine.
Okay.
She going to sleep.
Okay. Alicia Florrick over there, and
Wine.
Alicia Florrick and what's the girl from Scandal? What's her name?
Kerry Washington.
Yeah, what's her name on the show?
Olivia Pope.
Olivia Pope from Scandal and Alicia Florrick from The Good Wife are the red wine. Are the red wine people, and it's crazy as hell because SY, my sister, went and pulled up the Billy D. Williams joint.
But I got that on mute, so.
So I ain't gonna be able to hear it. She got it on mute, but she pulled it up and she showed me the Arsenio Hall episode with Billy D. Williams that I actually saw. I ain't know how to stab on Marcus. Toyana, you up first on this next question. Who's your first famous childhood crush? Your first famous childhood crush. When you turn on TV, turn on radio, turn into movies, who's your first childhood crush?
Michael Evans from Good Times.
Oh my God! You had a thing for Michael Evans. Oh my God!
Yeah.
She had a thing for
Well, Gary Coleman
is a white racist word.
It's a white racist word. Yeah.
Gary Coleman was too short for me, so I went with Michael.
Michael Evans. All right, that's why. First childhood crush.
The Purple Passion himself.
Oh gosh, Prince. That's too easy, man. Really?
There is nothing greater than that man with that afro.
Really?
And that sexy ass mustache.
Oh, good grief.
Dear God, thank you for writing on magazines and those print posters.
I had a couple, but probably the first one that I can remember was probably Penny, and then Tootie, and then Charlene from Different Strokes, who was the same person who played Penny, Janet Jackson. Lumsey is saying that Michael Evans from Good Times was gay, so your first crush was on a gay dude. That's your first crush was on a gay dude. But I tell you,
JJ.
Oh gosh.
Well, I used to like Todd Bridges, but then he's a crackhead, so I guess I didn't have a good. I'm not a good judge of character with my crutches.
He was a crackhead, but
Stoney Jackson.
Stoney. A lot of people don't remember Stoney Jackson. A lot of people don't.
She did.
Yeah, I remember Stoney Jackson.
I did too.
I tell you who else I liked. I was into Vanity from The Last Dragon. I ain't gonna lie. When she sang that damn song Seven Heaven, I found the place. I found the place for you. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Somebody kidnap him, please.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, look, man, it is what it is. You could be the manliest dude in the world, but there's certain songs that make the chick come out of you.
I got a question. So you had a crush on Vanity?
Yeah, I did.
Would you still have a crush on her?
Hell no.
Okay,
No,
back then, you had a crush on Vanity.
Yes.
What if she had a big mole?
But
on her lip?
see, there you go with the mole thing. Hell no. No.
He don't like
no.
She had
No.
a big mole
Nah,
right here.
man. Nah, because she wouldn't have got. We wouldn't have gotten to mole status. We wouldn't have gotten the crush status. She had a mole. Tiana, just to bring you up to speed. If there's any kind of physical mole anywhere in the goatee line, then you ain't got it in the goatee line. You ain't got it. It's not in the goatee line.
Okay, but you see it right.
I see it, and it's small, and it's not even noticeable. So no, you can't.
know Janet Jackson has one.
Yes. Yeah, but it's tattooed on, and she didn't have it when she was Penny or Charlene. she got it as grown-up Janet.
They burned it off.
Along with all the extra work that she has done. And, you know, I'm not blind. I mean, Janet is okay looking, but she don't do it for me no more like she used to because she done had too many surgeries. And for me, if you ain't real, if you ain't come how you came, then you don't do it for me. No. I'd rather you have a mold than be fake. And now you know how I feel about moles.
Now, I like Michael Jackson.
Actually, let me take that back. I was trying to make a point, but damn it, I can't even make that point with a straight face. I don't like no damn moles, y'all. Hell no. If you got a mole, you want to holler at Marcus J. You need to wear a mask.
I like Michael Jackson when he was the brown one.
The brown one? The off the wall Michael Jackson?
Yes, the Thriller.
You don't want the Thriller because he started having surgery by Thriller?
No, he was so cute with those suits
he started having surgery.
He was still good.
No, he had it before the
He just had a little nose job then.
Oh, just a little nose job.
Just a little nose job. He was still hot.
So, that's why. What is a bigger turn on for you? A man that looks good in a t-shirt and sweats or a man that looks good in a suit?
What is a bigger turn on?
What is a bigger turn on?
The man in the suit.
Man in the suit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why or why not?
I just think there's something sexy about a man in a suit, and then I'm like to look at his butt in dress pants. You
want to see the man's butt in the dress pants? Okay. Yeah. All right, Toyana, what you got?
I love a man that can hold down a suit.
Mm-hmm. Man in a suit. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I me personally, I like a woman more natural.
That wasn't the question.
Well, it wasn't a question for you. I don't like men. Duh. Can't stand her sometimes, for real, y'all.
You should say business.
I can't stand her sometimes. For real.
Low rider.
I'm gonna hit you with a cotton bat. Anyway, for me, I prefer a sister more natural. I'm not blind. A woman that's dressed up is cool, but I personally prefer her more in her natural look. You know, so pair of jeans, pair of sweats. You know what I mean? Like I was talking to my brother K-Dub about this earlier because he helps me produce the show. Oftentimes we had this conversation. He was like, yo, you see a sister in a pair of jeans and a pair of Timbs and crappy weather, and she got a hair pulled back and she got on a ball cap. Yo, that joint is sexy. I'm like, word, that's true.
You know, I just wanted to, not trying to interrupt you, but you looked really nice in your blazer and your slack Saturday.
Thank you very much.
And
he was crumping.
Yeah, you know, he was dancing off a happy.
I
but
was
anyway,
not dancing. My sister SY gonna co-sign that, and it's not true.
He was
she
dancing doing the Carlton.
I don't have to be there.
He was doing the Carlton off a happy.
Oh my gosh, no!
I believe her. I believe her.
Listen, P was listening. If you're still with us, please jump in and defend me against these two. I was not dancing. I very rarely dance. I have to be properly stimulated.
I know. If y'all see him, how he gets here,
dancing
when we go off the air, he starts dancing, driving around, acting full. So yeah, you were dancing at the party, seeing your work.
Toyana, thank you very much for the compliment.
You did. You look really. In fact, how did you feel when the women were looking at you? Not trying to get you in trouble, but don't you think that women kind of looked at you looking at you a different way because you were rocking your blazer and your slacks?
Because I look 20 years younger than what I actually am, I know that I'm more likely to get attention if I'm dressed than I am to not. I'm certainly not used to getting attention. That's just not, some folks attract women because of how they look, and some folks attract attention because once they start talking, I'm the latter. So I'm not used to, women checking me out. But, I noticed a few on Saturday. It makes you feel pretty good when you see it out the corner of your eye. Be like, I see you.
I think, sometimes brothers, just to speak out, out there, I'm 42, and I don't want to have to see a grown man all the time rocking Timbs and jeans everywhere I go, particularly in a very nice establishment. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I like a man with his jeans on and he's relaxed. But sometimes, we women, we dress up nice for you guys. We love for y'all to dress up nice for us sometimes. That's all I'm saying.
For what it's worth, I am a classic jeans and black Nikes dude. Like you 90% of when you see me, you're gonna see me in a pair of jeans and black Nikes. That's where I am most comfortable. However, Pops J taught me well, and when it's time to clean up, I here's the arrogance. I clean up about as good as anybody else does. That's not to say I clean up better. I just said as well as anybody else does. And I also know when it's time and when it's appropriate to do so. With all that being said, for me personally, and I know the ladies, y'all want to see a brother dress. Y'all want to see a brother dress, and I get that. Me, I personally like to see a woman in her natural state, and her natural state is not glam. I don't like. I just honestly, I don't like glam. Glam doesn't do nothing for me.
Glam is made up.
Glam is made up. Glam is made up. Glam is contrived. Glam is created. You know. For me, a woman is at her most beautiful first thing in the morning. After you got to brush your teeth because your mouth be jacked up sometimes. You got to brush your teeth, but and wash your face too. Get the shit out your eyes. But after you do that, that's when you're at your most beautiful. If you spend any more than 10 minutes getting made up, it's too much. That's just me. That's just me. Just don't have an ashy face. Get some olive oil or something. I don't like ashy faces.
I like a powdery look.
Powdery? Yeah, nah. Ain't no #Steppin Marcus. All right, Toyana, I got a serious question for you.
All right.
This question is serious.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
You ready for a serious question? You think you can handle it?
Yeah, I'm not smiling. There.
Okay, all right.
Oh, wow.
There you go. You watch the soaps?
No, because I'm working.
Have you ever in your life, let me rephrase it, have you ever in your life been a soaps watcher? And Joy, by the way, Joy says a suit, but back in the day, jeans and Timbs. I want to get that comment in, but
awesome.
Yes.
Okay, Joy.
Can reality TV, because I do like Atlanta Housewives.
No, soaps is soaps.
Okay, yes, I used to watch soap operas.
Which ones and
in
why?
College.
Which ones and why?
Oh, All My Children.
Hello.
ABC.
Erica Kane. And that's where I got my style from.
How did you get into it and why did you stop?
I got into it because my mother was watching it, because after All My Children, you had to end it with General Hospital. And One Life to Live before that. You see, I'm a Carolina girl.
Okay,
so
two of those 3 shows don't come on anymore. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And I think the reason why I stopped watching them after college is because I got a job.
You grew up.
I grew up. And no one dies.
Right.
I was hoping that people would die,
right,
and they would die and come back. So anyway.
That's why.
Yes, I did. I did watch them. I watched All My Children, and I got into soaps because of my mom.
Right.
Now, my mom watched Channel 2, but to me, 2 was boring.
Channel 2 is CBS for those people in the New York, New Jersey area where SY claims to be from. I just want to let the world know that Channel 2, because if we were in the Richmond, Virginia area where we are, there is no such thing as Channel 2.
My mom stopped.
My
mom was watching the boring channel.
God and Light.
Yeah.
As the world turns.
Wow. And then I decided to watch Channel 7. And I like
Can you give us the network instead of the numbers? These people.
ABC.
We got listeners all over the country. I don't know what 7 is.
ABC.
I watch ABC now for Good Morning America.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in other words, we are ABC girls.
That's right.
I can dig it. You know how Steppin Marcus J. Now I am one of the few men that you'll meet that watches the soaps. I started watching the soaps in 1993 when I had a roommate who was also a male who watched the soaps. We only had one television, and it was his. And he taped it. He taped the soaps every day. And when we got home from school, if you wanted to watch TV, you watched what he was watching because it was his TV. And I was like, man, you trying to watch these soaps, man. This is a girl show. I can't believe you got me watching all this stuff. So this dude Victor, what's his deal? And next thing you know, here we are 21 years later, and to this very day, to this moment, I DVR the soaps. I watch soaps every day. I watched soaps today before I came in here because I had to know what was up with that dude Victor. I need to know what his deal is.
He's not dead yet.
Nah, Victor not dead,
No, and I mean,
Victor
the more
Newman.
he ages, the hotter he is.
I wanted to name
my
my son. If I had a son, I wanted to name him Victor Newman Johnson. Like seriously,
that's kind of hot.
Or Victor Newman Jack Bauer Johnson. Don't forget 24. I had to throw 24 in there. But yeah, I am a soaps person. I watched The Young and the Restless, and I watched The Bold and Beautiful.
Victor Newman Jack Bauer Johnson.
Yeah. Marcus Victor Newman Jack Bauer Johnson. Yeah. What's wrong with that?
What soap opera was it when they started having vampires and witches it didn't.
It sounded like
long,
it sounded like that dummy NBC stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird. Everybody were coming out with werewolves and stuff.
So. All right, last question. SY, is it okay to make movies from the Bible or the Quran? Is it okay?
I would say it would be okay if you knew the truth. And since you don't, then I don't think it's okay.
Michelle K says she still watches her soaps every single day. Bold and the Beautiful, Everyday Girl. Did you watch today when Liam grabbed the RV and kidnapped what's the little girl's name? Hope. Kidnapped. Ooh, I hope I didn't spoil it for you, girl. You better watch it because he kidnapped her today. Because she found out that she's not pregnant, and he's happy about that. So it's her problem if she ain't see it. I just spoiled it.
I did speak of you this week.
And Joy watches Young and the Restless. But then my two brothers said and Lumsey, they're not happy with me at all. Says no.
You can kick out of the man club.
And Lumsey says, say it ain't so, Mark. I say it ain't so. Yes, I watch the soaps, fellas. But so back to the biblical movies. You say that it's cool if you know the deal.
I think it could only be cool if you knew the truth.
Depends on what your truth is, though.
Then you can't do the movie.
Why not?
Your interpretation.
But if it's your interpretation, then why can't you do it and interpret it the way you want to?
It doesn't make it the truth.
Doesn't have to be.
No, I don't think it's okay. How about that?
Okay, cool. I mean, it's your opinion. Fair enough.
That's what you asked me for.
Absolutely.
You know what? Get smart. Keep on getting smart.
Too late. I already did.
And them glasses you got on, remember hard contact lenses? They're going to be hard contact lenses.
Girl,
keep it up.
Man, you better stop
Whatever.
talking trash. Ain't nobody scared of you.
You gotta
get your mother back on the phone.
You don't have to be scared.
Get your mama back on the phone.
You don't need to get my mama, because all my mama going to do
she going to be on my side.
Is watch the door.
She's going to be on my side.
That's what she going to do.
When she came to the den and she hung out with us, she gave me more hugs than she gave you. Okay?
Wow.
So let's not get it messed up here. Toriana.
You know my mama have difficulty seeing.
I'm just saying, she felt the short guy,
she probably my nephew.
Other than the tall girl. Doesn't matter.
She can't see.
I don't like her, Toriana. I swear I don't like her. I just deal with her every single week.
Whatever.
So, Toriana, is it cool? Can you make movies based on the Bible? And I'm going to allude to why I'm asking the question in a minute.
Because of the movie Noir?
No.
Yes.
I think that it's okay to make movies from the Bible as long as you keep them close to what the Bible or the Quran represents. For example, and not taken away from Noah, but Passion of the Christ, Mel Gibson, I think he memorized or did plagiarism through the Bible, through his movie, because I was very convinced that what I witnessed in his movie was exactly what the Bible would jumped off the pages for me if I had to read it.
Right.
But I'm hearing that Noah was not even close to what the Bible had initiated the story to be. And, so I would say if you're going to write something about the Bible, I would prefer it to be as close of what the Bible is telling you.
Right. I can dig it. Ain't no ask that with Marcus. Here's my deal with it. I think that it's cool. I think that it's fine. The reason why I brought up the question is because I did go see Noah yesterday, and while it was boring as hell for the first hour, it did pick up and get a little bit better as you got on. Movie's just a shade under 2.5 hours. I found it to be entertaining. There was some stuff in it that I thought was pure bullshit, and then there was stuff that I thought was pretty cool. You had a lot of people who had issues with the fact that they never once used the word God or the name God in it. While I am a very spiritual man, I'm not a religious man, so I had no issues with that. I'm a religious man. I'm a spiritual man who uses the phrase the creator, the great architect of the universe, and the movie uses the phrase the creator. But for those folks, the religious zealots, to have an issue with them not using the word God, clearly he was referring to God. Many times he said creator in this movie, and the actions that he took in the movie were clearly based on faith. The man almost lost his family in this movie because of his faith. So, I think that you're taking some... when I say you're taking it a little bit too serious, when you have a movie called Evan Almighty and it's okay to have God be, a comical figure and nobody tripped off of that, but everybody losing their mind about Noah, I think it's a little bit odd, especially, and I don't want to make this segment about, Bibles and stuff like that, but the reality is if we're to follow what we know, We know that, Jesus was, born at the beginning of, I guess 0 and you at 2014 now. We also know that the Bible wasn't written, at least the Bible that we know of today, wasn't written until the 1500s when King James commissioned, what's the dude's name? William Shakespeare to write it. And so you got 1,500 years of oral history that is there, and that doesn't account for once it was translated from Hebrew into the English that Shakespeare used to write it on the word of King James. My point, it's a lot of stuff that was probably in it versus not in it. You got people who are listening to this show right now that when they go and tell their friends what they heard on the show, it's going to be different 20 minutes after we say it. We talking about 1,500 years later. And so I think that there is no real issue with doing it, especially when you know that that's one person's interpretation. Go see the movie or don't go see the movie, but don't make a big freaking deal about it.
But I think the concern I have with that is
she's playing footsies with me, y'all. Just so y'all know, that's why she paused. She playing footsies with me.
I do not know what to say.
That's step number 10 in the tips that I learned today. I just think that it's something that we have to be very mindful and careful with, that when we have little ones or children or whoever that are watching television more, Marcus, or they're using these type of movies as guides to education or sharing, I think it's going to be conflicting to anybody who is in a Christian faith to look at this movie and then go to the Bible. I think it's really it makes it bad for those who are religious and that are teaching you to read the Bible for yourself and to learn. And then you go to this movie, like you said, that was boring but entertaining. So we got to remember that it is a movie. It is for entertainment purposes. But I believe that if you are going to do a movie about the Bible or any story about it, it should be close to it.
Yeah.
It really should be, because I can show the passion of the Christ, or you can to your child or a non-believer or so, and it has a more of an effect of what to expect if you were going to Bible. That's all I'm saying. I mean, keep it close to what it is that you're trying to create.
I just disagree with that. I have no problem with them taking liberties with the story because it's a story. Especially now that I've seen the movie, I can speak on actually having seen the movie, and a lot of the people that I've been debating with haven't seen the movie, and they are speaking on what they've heard about the movie, and I don't mean that directly as a shot to either one of you people. I'm speaking more so the people who are killing something that they ain't even seen based on what they heard other people saying. And I don't think that's what y'all doing. I think you're expressing your opinions more generally and not specific to this movie. Having said that, I think once I saw the movie, I found that while there was definitely clearly some deviations from the way the Bible is written, it's also about interpretations. We all know that we can read the same Bible story and we can come away with different interpretations. So, again, they don't say God at all in the movie, but I had no problem with it, because if you follow the movie and you pay attention to his actions and the things that he did, there's no way that anybody watching this movie cannot say that the character Noah, not the Bible Noah, but the character Noah played by Russell Crowe in this movie, can't say that he wasn't a man of faith. There's no way that you can say that he was not a man of faith. So your issue is he didn't say God? Okay, well, I don't say God. You got a problem with me? I guess you do, because I don't say God. I just don't. I'm not a Christian. I'm a spiritual man. I'm a person who, I guess you can say I have faith, even though I wouldn't say it. I'm one that would more say that I know what I know. I'm not one that would say that I believe. I just choose not to use the word believe, and I choose not to use the word God. But it's semantics. I know that what I'm personally dealing with, I'm dealing with semantics. And that's the point that I'm making about the movie. The movie is dealing with semantics. And I think that people sometimes take it too serious, because I think they have a big issue with the person that made this movie as an atheist. That is a fact. The guy that made the movie is an atheist. So before he says anything, before he writes anything on the paper, before he gets into writing a script or shooting a scene in the movie, you're going to have some religious zealots that are going to have a problem with him before anything is even done. They're going to have a problem with him. So I just, we'll agree to disagree on it. We'll move on. Ain't no how Steppin, Marcus J. Can take a final break tonight. When we come back, we got a rant in the close and stay with us. Marcus J, SY, Toriana, you in social media. Stay with us. Be back in a minute.